My name is James Shepard, and in this short video I'm going to walk you through the process of signing up for the Instant Quote tool and then creating your own team that you can add users. Now, first of all, before we get started, let me point out that there are two different types of teams that we'll cover in more detail later. There is a referral team. A referral team is quite simply a group of people that simply want to stay in touch via our team dashboard. Each user will pay their own subscriber fees. You will not be responsible for paying the fees of the users that you add to your team on a referral basis. So this could be something like a recruiter or even an ISO that simply wants to encourage their users to use the system, maybe invite them so they can go through the training for the free 30-day trial, but you don't want to pay for their $29 monthly fee. The second type of team is an ISO or ISO team. An ISO team means whoever creates that team is going to be paying for the users, and it means that whichever users are invited and paid for, their programs are going to match the programs and pricing structures set in place by the program owner or the person who started the team owner. So the first thing you're going to do is go right here at the main screen and click on Start Your Trial. You don't want to choose the ISO option even if you're an ISO. If you would like to have a fully branded solution at your own domain, this option is for you. If you are simply building a team, you would simply click on the free trial right here. Next, you're going to put in your information. And at this point, you're going to go ahead and click on Create My Account, which will redirect you to this form right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some payment information so I can walk you through the entire process. And once you have this filled out, you click Agree down at the bottom and you click on Start Your Trial. Now, it's important to note that this is starting a trial for you as an individual user, which means 30 days from when you click that button, you are going to be billed $29 unless you cancel your account. You can cancel your account at any time by simply clicking up here in the upper right, clicking on your profile, and scrolling down to the bottom of the page to click on Pause Subscription. A couple of other quick things I want to show you before we get into building your team. First of all, make sure you watch the intro video right here, which will give you a really good idea of how to use the tool. Also, if you click on the training link up here, you'll notice that there is a new course called How to Build and Activate a Sales Team. This course is something I've put a lot of time into, and it will literally walk you step by step through the process of, first of all, deciding what type of team you want to build as far as experienced reps, experienced non-bank card or green reps, and how to handle each, how to recruit, how to manage, how to motivate. All of that is included in here. So you'll definitely want to invest 40 minutes in this training course. I'd also like to show you something else that will really help you with recruiting, and that is this goals section right here. If you click on this goals section, this will allow you to, if say you're on your phone or your tablet and you're sitting down with a potential recruit, click on the goals here and use this form to show them how much money they can make. All you have to do is go through and edit, what is your average upfront bonus payout going to be? What's the gross margin? What is their residual split? What's the percentage attrition? And then you can walk them through how many sales you believe they could make each month. And then over here to the right, it's going to dynamically, let's say we change this to 10. It's going to dynamically update and show their annual income based on the information over here to the left. Last thing I want to show you is up here in the profile. Your two options you can click when you go to visit your profile page. The first one is the Program Wizard. Now this one is extremely important, and before you build your team, you definitely want to go here to the Program Wizard. You'll see that we've already loaded in 7 test programs to a test processor, and basically they have very basic information here, just basis points of markup and a transaction fee, but they don't have any bonus, residual split. So there's very little information here, and what you're going to want to do is click on one of these to clone it. And so let's say for instance here you want to do something for smaller merchants from 0 to 10,000. I'm going to go ahead and click on clone. And it's already going to load some information in that I just have to adjust. And so let's just get rid of this. We'll get rid of clone here, and we'll call this, whatever, XYZ program. And so you can name it whatever you'd like. And then you can go in here and you can add, let's say there's a, $100 bonus for this. And let's say they're getting a 25% residual split. And maybe your per item cost is actually 3.5 cents. You get the idea. And so just walk through this. and go ahead and create the program and then save it. And then you'll see that for programs that you create, you're able to edit them. You're able to add custom fields. So you might want to add a custom field like an additional monthly fee or per item fee, or you can then clone that and create additional programs. So you are going to want to go through this. We have extensive training. If you click on training and go to the IQ Advanced training that shows you how to do this, or you can simply email your Schedule A and compensation information to support@instantquotetool.com, and we'd be glad to help you with that process as well of getting these all set up correctly. Now, once that's done, let's go back to our profile, and we're going to now click on the Team Wizard right here, and we're going to create a new team. Now again, just to revisit what we talked about earlier, there are two types of teams. The ISO team creator, you, are billed monthly for all users. So everybody you add to this team, when they come to the login, and I'll show you how it works in a second, they will not have to do anything when they come. They just have to set their password up and then they're good to go, and then you're going to be paying their bill until you cancel their account. And we will send you a 10-day billing notification prior to billing, but you are going to be billed for them. So step 1, name your team. Step 2, invite users via email. I'll show you that in a second. Step number 3, each user is going to receive a 30-day free trial. So from the date that you send them an invitation, they're going to have 30 days to use that account for free. Then you're going to be billed $29. If you want to have all the billing happen on the same day, maybe it's on the first of the month or something, we do have to set that up custom because, again, you're going to be adding people at random times throughout the month. But we can do that as long as you have at least 10 users. We'll be glad to set up some type of a billing where it's always on the first, and we'd be glad to do that for you. Just email support@instantquotetool.com. So let's go ahead and start by naming this team, and we'll call this we'll say it's the My ISO team, and click Save. It's also important to note that you can create as many teams as you want. So you may be an ISO and you may have 5 different managers, and they may each want to have their own team dashboard. That's fine. They could each create their own team, and they can add you to each of those teams as well. And so there's a lot of different things that can be done there. One of the other things I do want to point out is that you can add existing users in here. And so if you have the email address of an existing user that's already paying their own fee, you can put their email address in here. It will not change their billing, but it will add them to your team where you can see their data and they can see the dashboard as well. The invite users up here, this is only going to appear if you are the team owner, which means you have the authorization to add a new user. So let's go ahead and add a new user here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add myself using my Instant Quote Tool email address here. And of course, you can put any email address in here that you like that's valid. So once you invite a user, you'll notice here that it says pending down here. And what that means is that they have not yet clicked on the invitation and approved it. So we're going to go ahead and do that now by going to my email inbox. So right up here at the top, we can see this email. Let's go ahead and click on that. And we're going to see right here that we have an invitation. And so it says, someone has invited you to instantquotetool.com. You can accept it through the link below. Once I click accept invitation, I'll show you what's going to happen. It's going to take me to this page right here where all I have to do is set my password. And once I do that and click set password, it's going to take me right here to the prospects. And so you'll notice it did not require me to enter any payment information, and that's because you started an ISO or ISO team, meaning that this person has already been added to your profile. So you now have your subscription attached to the card that you entered, and they have their own subscription that is now attached. And so that's already there. Now when they would go into their program wizard, you will see that they have all of the same programs that you had created, and they even have the XYZ program that you created right at the end. So these programs have already been preloaded for them. You'll also notice, of course, when they go to training, they have full access to all of that. I'll show you one other thing that's really neat. They can click on the Team Wizard, and you can see here My ISO Team, and they can click on the home page. Now you'll notice when they click on the home page, they actually can't see the invite user bar up here at the top, but what they can see is they can see activity here for all of the users. And so it does share some interesting data with them. It's a really great way for you to bring your team together and give them all access to each other. And so you can have group goals of how many prospects a day you want to see. Also, you could click on, so if you want to click on one of these users here, and there'll be a progress bar here. And so let me show you what that actually looks like. Let's go ahead and click on the training. So remember, I'm logged in with the james@instantquotetool.com. And let's say that I want to learn a little bit more about credit card processing equipment. I'm going to click on View, Chapter 1. And notice here this little eyeball thing has a line through it, meaning it has not been watched. Well, now I'm going to click on it and go ahead and click Play. And by doing so, it's now going to record that I have completed that lesson. I can click Next Lesson to go to the next one. And so what this is doing is it is simply recording that I have completed these particular lessons. So now if I click back on Profile and I click on the Team Wizard again, click on the home page and click on james@instantquotetool.com, which in this case is me, you can see that I'm now 33% done with the processing equipment and terminals, which is really nice. You get to see everything that's being done there. One other really, really important thing is that when you go to the profile here, it is absolutely imperative that they complete their profile. Otherwise, the proposal at the end will not work correctly because it will not have their name and phone number or their contact information to add into the proposal. So I'm going to go ahead and put my information in here. And then at the very bottom here, they just need to put in their current password and click Update. And you'll get the notice up here that your account has been updated successfully. So this is how you create an ISO team. Now let me show you the difference when you create an affiliate team. So I've logged back in. I actually logged out, logged back in as james@ccsalespro.com, which was the original account I created as kind of the administrator. So I'm going to go back to the profile here. And so you'll see my sign-in information. So now it has my information here. Also, you'll notice I've got my card information, whereas on the previous screen, when I was logged in as the sub-agent, I did not have payment information here because I was being paid for by the administrator. Now you're going to click on the Team Wizard, and let's go ahead and create a new team, but this time, instead of an ISO, let's create a referral team. And so let's say that, for instance, maybe you just have some other executives in the industry or other sales managers or salespeople that you would just like to show them the Instant Quote tool and send them an invitation, and then you'd like to be able to kind of communicate with them on the platform and see what they're doing. That would be really easy to do. We'll just put on here, we're going to call this the referral team. Of course, you can name it whatever you would like. Click Save. This is going to create an entirely new dashboard. And again, it's important to note that you can be a part of multiple teams. And so you can be a member of other people's teams. You can start your own team. You can, have as many as you would like. And so we're going to have this one here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do exactly what I did before. I've already deleted the user at james@instantquotetool.com so that I can show you how to invite someone here. So now, again, I'm in a referral team. And so now I'm going to invite somebody to my referral team, which is a very different experience. So again, you can see that it's added it down here as pending. Now watch what happens here. I'm going to go ahead and log out. And I'm going to go back to my email inbox and click on the invitation that I get. So again, right up here at the top, we have our invitation that was sent. And again, it looks a little different just because I've sent so many of these that it's a little different. But they're going to see this right here, and it's going to say, hello, someone has invited you. Again, exactly the same as the last time. But now, when I click on the invitation, something very different is going to happen here. It's going to send me here, and I'm going to set my password. But now, instead of that taking me to the prospects, it's going to say your password was set successfully. You are now signed in. But you notice it didn't take me to the prospects. And that's because if I try to click on the prospects or the training or anything else, it's going to take me to this screen. Why? Because these individuals have not been added to your team. You are not paying them. They haven't been added to your subscription, I should say. They have been added to your team, but not your subscription. So I'm going to go ahead and subscribe this user as well. So give me 1 second to do that. So again, I'm going to click agree. And so again, now I'm the referral user, and I'm going to click start my trial. And now I'm actually logged into the prospects. And when I click on my profile, I'll show you two things that are different for a referral partner. The first thing that's different is, again, you'll notice that I now have payment information. When I was logged in as a sub-agent, I did not have any payment information fields there because I'm being paid for by the administrator. I still need to add my name here to get all of the other stuff to work. Okay, and we're going to put this in here. And I'm going to click update, and so that's going to go ahead and basically update my profile with the information here. My account has been updated successfully. I'm going to show you the other thing that's different though. Now, when I click on the program wizard, you'll notice that I do have all of the test programs that are there by default, but you'll notice that I do not have the custom program that James at ccsalespro.com had created in the previous step. And so that program was not added. So again, to be clear, a sub-agent is going to get exactly the same programs you have. So if you delete the test programs and add your own custom programs, that's what they're going to get. If you leave the test programs in there, that's what they're going to get. They will get exactly whatever you have built in your program wizard. That's what your sub-agent will get. A referral user is going to get the same test programs whether you deleted them, whether you added custom programs, because they are paying for their own account, and so they're going to create whatever programs they want. Certainly we're happy to help them and work with you. If they want the same programs you have, we can easily do that on our end, but you would need to email support@instantquotetool.com for that to happen. Let's go back to our team wizard here. Once we click on the team wizard, again, notice the referral team is here, and we're going to click on the home page. And again, notice that they do not have an invite up here because it's not their referral team, it's yours. But again, they do have the option here to see data for people on their team. They even have an opportunity to leave a message down here for the team. And that will say that I posted this. And so again, you can feel free to post here and make kind of a nice little interaction for your users here in the team panel. It'll also show you that both of these two users have been active. They've logged in the last 7 days, and I can still click on an individual user to see what, if any, training they have completed, as well as their number of prospects by day, etc., etc. Okay, so that is how you create a referral team and how you create an ISO team. If you have any questions at all, please email support@instantquotetool.com, or you can email me directly, james@instantquotetool.com. My name is James Shepard. Thanks for watching this video.